I want every one of us to take a selfie and use the hashtag Afecn 2018. If you have a phone, I'm sure all of us are. They're all reaching out, so we'll have some smartphone. Just take a selfie. Everyone?
Even when we are.
Yeah, all of us. I'm sure if you have a phone, just take a selfie. It's relevant for my presentation. Trust me. Thank you. I can see phone coming out. Thank you. And how to breathe as well. You can use the hashtag on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram. Thank you for all those who participated. Thank you for helping me create data for this conference. All of you have posted. Thank you. Thank you. So these guys from Afecn will be very happy we created data. I'm sure we are very interactive. So my name is Jennifer. I am a social worker. Let me start with that. If there are data people here, you can kill me after I've done my presentation. I am a social worker and a child development specialist. But the interest for coming in data came because of my work at Mtoto News. So Mtoto News is a digital platform for news. We started as news, information, and resources. So we would just get information about you. But what we found out is we start getting people reporting cases for children, people like you get tagged from Tanzania, South Africa, the US, people are tagging me about cases about children or issues to do with children. So I started asking myself, I'm very analytical, what do people do with this data? Where does it go? I didn't know what it's called until earlier this year I got to know it's called big data. So why? How it used to, what is the link? Technology has grown over 200% in the last decade. Everybody who has joined Facebook in the last decade here. You've just joined Facebook in the last decade. Twitter, LinkedIn, WhatsApp, almost all of us in the last 200%. And what are we doing with that? So that is very relevant to our work. And for me, my challenge is people who work in the social sector. We do not look at this as an opportunity for us. So the current generation of children are digital natives. Like my children, I tell them, when we were growing up, we didn't have a TV. They're like, so how did you survive? I'm grown, I'm your mother. Mommy, you know, and my son is 5 years old. So, did you have CBBS when you were growing up? What is CBBS? You don't know CBBS? You know the one that has super wings, and they go, and then he used the big one. They use mechatronics, engineering. I go, what is mechatronic engineering? They have grown up their learning using digital platforms. And at the same time, it is creating data for them. My daughter the other day came and told me, Mom, you need to say yes on your phone. What am I supposed to say yes? Just say yes. So she said, yeah, click here, yes. Apparently she opened herself a Gmail account and linked it to family, and she told me, but they said, I need Mommy's email address. She knows my email address. She just typed it in. So I had to approve it because she's 8 years old. She doesn't know you can't be able to 10 years old and you must have to do that. So she just put it. So then how do we ensure? I've just given 2 examples of my children. And I'm sure all of you think of that, come to think about children. So my daughter had her data was started to be collected when she was 0 years old. When I was pregnant, I used to post away, oh my goodness, I am so pregnant. So everybody knows I was pregnant. First day she was born, when the cord was being cut, you know, everything on Facebook until she's 8 years old, and now she has just started her own journey on digital by herself. What are we doing about this data? The next one. So here are the numbers. 4 billion. That was in last year. It should be 5 billion this year. People on Earth are on the internet. Just imagine, you guys are just contributing to those numbers. Posted a photo online with a caption. Oh, the 4 billion. So the next slide. So what does your photo given? Anybody has an idea of what you just sent a photograph online, Twitter, Facebook, Instagram. What other data apart from your photo have you given to Facebook? Location, other participants, your interests. Everybody is interested in ECDE. So you'll be shocked tomorrow when they decide to do a conference, and then all of a sudden Facebook start bringing advertisements for a conference. Can you register? Why? Because they have not already known your interest. So it's more than just like one photo can give 6 data points. One photo, just without content, like without text, can give 6 data points, including your phone, your type of phone. I'm a Samsung. Hallelujah to all the iPhone guys. So let's come back to, according to UNICEF, sorry, I need to define, so, and this is not me, it's just UNICEF who say these things. According to UNICEF, big data online is an umbrella term referring to large amount of data. Like now, all of us have sent this number times 6 data points, all those people. And it's digitally generated, passively produced, because you didn't know. I just told you, and you guys agreed to do what I've done. I told you, and you've done it. Automatically collected. So as you send it, someone behind there with their machines is collecting all your data. And geographically or trackable. Like for example, Afecn, everybody knows Afecn is happening in Kenya. So you've already been geo-mapped and then continuously analyzed. So they'll start analyzing who this person is. So I'm going to pick up on something. If I pick on you, I'll start that I hate you. I'll start with Dr. Moama. So for example, they will start with, they start analyzing Dr. Moama's Facebook page. Say, okay, she just presented on Facebook, on ECD and everything. So it's you're continually analyzed by a machine behind her back. So next one. So these are characteristics. I'm really trying to rush through. So it's volume, it's huge, but my challenge is, yesterday I was in a presentation, I think by D3, and they started collecting data, and they're saying, we don't have so much data, but Facebook, Amazon, they started analyzing their data when they were very, very little, and that's what has helped them grow. D3, are they here? She wants to be here. Oh, so if you collect data at your organization level, even if it's 1,000 users or 20, start analyzing it and start learning what can we be able to improve, or what are these numbers telling us. Variety, pictures, images, videos, text, numbers, their meaning, and then velocity, come quick and fast, isn't it? Like Facebook, Twitter, they come very quick and fast, and then value. Value in terms of how much data is, like cash, dollar, kwacha, shilling, it's valuable. Data right now is the most valuable asset, or whatever you want to call it on earth. People are fighting to buy data. Are we thinking of what we are going to use data as child practitioners? Okay, I'm moving very fast because he's... So what does it mean? Personal data. So data, your own personal data, your name, your age, where you live, things that have to do with you. Data collection, how is it collected? For example, you go to a hospital, you are pregnant, and the first thing, how old are you? How many children you have? You have already given so much data to that hospital. So data processing, algorithms, I say those machines things that they are reading behind there, and I think there's a hospital in the US that really has developed a very nice model to start learning about children with disability and to be able to be able to know if a family is going to have a child with a disability. Like they can tell you, your next child will have this form of disability, or they have this condition, so this is what you need to do. And then data, who is the big subject? And most of the times are children. So right now it's children who are the biggest subject. That's why like Google has decided to start family where my daughter is right now. You understand? Because it's making sure that it's starting collecting data, not only from me, the mother, who is in control, but also from the child. And when she arrives, when she is at the age of 13, she has the control of her own information and start adding her friends, when she gets married, she starts adding her own children. Understand? So it is who is being studied. So how is that mine? Parents, me, I've just told you how it is. Gaming, if you do a lot of gaming and you're putting all those numbers, sign up or something, and then in schools, your children are asking schools about different things, your family, your how old you are, what are your allergies and stuff like that from friends. This, especially for children, when they are posting online, they are posting and tagging their friends, probably, and giving data friends, which they didn't want. And then children, and then hospitals, churches, NGOs. I've just given an example of Butron. I'm sure there are many of you who have apps and some system that collect data every day. So move on. So how is it used? I'll start with marketing. Marketing is the biggest. They have been able to use this data for marketing, and you can see on our social media pages, you find, like, for example, Amazon. You just Google Amazon, Facebook will give you an Amazon search something, and you didn't really want, child trafficking. This is really huge. You have found who is this child? They already tracked you where you are and where you are at that point, and they come tell you, you live this and this and this place, and you are trafficked. Blackmailing. I know of an organization last year that was hacked, and they were blackmailed because of the amount of data they had, and they had to pay up. And then health, as they said, there's a hospital in the US that are using these numbers to be able to give solutions to families and tell them you're going to have you have to have a case of this condition, and this is to do, or to be able to even to manage some conditions. Disruption, how, and this is a question too, how you're going to use this disruption of the programs that you do at ECD level. Learning, to be able to learn different ways, inventing, coming up with new models and new interventions for children. And then next, how is it affecting children? Digital identity, children understanding, do they know what they are doing? For example, the 3 girls have just shown, did they know what they were doing when they were taking that photo? Or you guys, did you know what you were doing when you were taking, or just did what I told you? Informed consent. Most of these children, they taking photos, they can't have consent. And then tomorrow, as an NGO, I take a photo, like this one. Tomorrow I'm going to use it for 5 other things, isn't it? There's no consent, especially when you're using online. And then persistent is continuously collected. And then data anonymization is your data really viewers. You should study Gmail. Whatever email you send by Gmail is studied by a machine, and they kind of know who you are. Every email you send. And then features or applications. We all know about Cambridge Analytica and what they did to the world. Silencing of children. So my friend Henry, they can be able to study the amount of data they have, and they can be able to say, this is what children are saying, but in that way, you're not really true, there's no child participation. A high school social media page. We are all from high school, and we've been taking photos and we're posting on Facebook or Instagram. And then we all got married and post all our wedding photographs, and we are comparing who had the best wedding dress. And then during that, when you're all of you engaged, Facebook starts sending you photograph advertisements about wedding gowns. And then you all get pregnant. And then you go and start, can you imagine you have posted from high school, you posted about your wedding, you all get pregnant, and then you post on Facebook and group and page, and invite all your friends to that. Because you're pregnant, all your friends are pregnant, to start a group. And you call Wamami. Wamami means mothers. My mother in French. So you all join in that group, and you start documenting your pregnancy journey, how difficult it is. So for me, right now, my interest is to be able to join one of those groups and start seeing, is there a trend? Are you able to start to see, is there a trend? Or the way people post, at what time do we expect more children? Is it in January, or in Kenya it's around March because of July, So, so do we expect more children in March, and why do we expect children in March? And what are the interventions that we can be able to do in March to ensure that more children survive? And then babies come, and then people start, there's this government directive, all children have to have this polio vaccine. And then, okay, no, I did a vaccine and my child is sick. What am I supposed to do? And all 5 mothers say they are sick. So there is something about that vaccine. You understand? And that's all on a Facebook page. And then, so they are sick. So what, you understand? So you can see how you can be able to use this data to be able to come up with interventions and innovations, and can be able to develop models that you can use even tomorrow. I've seen as in child protection, you can be able to protect you, to be able to understand, for example, a lot of people, there's a lot of reports about child abuse in this particular area, and you can be able to start looking at the trends and coming up with intervention from there. And this I'm just using social media, but there's other forms of data that you can be able to use. And is using basically for social media. But are you able to use this data, for example, like all these reports are coming, abuse, and come up with interventions. Advocacy, we are all advocates, I'm sure here. You know, you can be able, for example, in Kenya there's been a lot of suicide in the last 1 month or so. So that what does it tell me as an advocate specialist is I should come up with a project that is campaigning about mental health care, right? And then education. You know, Dr. Mama here is already coming up with a program on how can you use data to influence ECDE, and then environment. You can influence like how children are growing. How can we protect data safety? Education, educating our children on how not or how to use social media, and then having regulating platforms, privacy. When you're designing your program, you have to put privacy and data protection as a priority. Transparency, being to tell you like I'm going to collect data, like what I told you, you're helping me collect data from Afecn. So being very transparent what I'm going to use that. Clear communication on terms and conditions, functional of technology, and then training on ethics for people, for students, for analyzing, transparency, dialogue, innovation and privacy, and then for data user consultation, and then data literacy, clear publicity on available.